Hello, this is Cuberized, and welcome to my All the Mods 11 Let's Play. Well, this trap finally paid off. I set up three of these, one here, one there, and one over there, with 9 lightning rods in them. And lightning rods are made with 3 copper ingots, this, like this. And then I used creature catchers to go ahead and grab creepers and put them in there. Now, I had not very good success starting out because I would have rain and no lightning. And the idea is that if the lightning hits the rods, it will turn a creeper into a charged creeper, which is great. What can also happen is you can get rain and no lightning. So you just get a damp creeper, which doesn't really do anything. Or you can end up with a charged creeper, which is great, and lightning can strike again. Because the lightning rods are here, the first time you get a charged creeper, the second time you get a dead creeper. And it doesn't drop anything because it was killed by lightning. So what will happen is the lightning rods will start weathering, so they'll start looking like this as you get storms. So they all started off looking like the copper version, and they weather as they're exposed, well, to the elements. Yeah, so that's how that works. But if you are lucky and you can kill a charged creeper, you get the let's go find it instead of puppy just knocked something over. Yeah, you get this, the Eye of the Storm, and I got exactly one. And as I said, yeah, so 17 creepers. So you pick them up using you can pick up a creeper using a creature catcher, or that's the only thing in this mod pack right at the moment that you can pick up creatures, as far as I know, is the creature catcher. But if you find a creeper, you can toss the catcher at it and pick it up inside the catcher, and then release on top of the lightning rods when it first starts raining and hope that there's lightning. So yeah, it works. It just took a while, and unfortunately I electrocuted quite a few creepers before I finally got timing down, so I got this to work. But this is, let me get this out of the way. These are the 9 items you need. The easiest one should be a book, and the rest kind of hit and miss. So you can find these, you can kill a witch and get these. These can come from blazes or magma cubes, either one. This is gas, and creepers will drop this. I got a few of these. These come from spiders. That, of course, is a wither skull. If you have wither seeds, you can craft this, or any other skull for that matter. The slime pearl I found. This was killing the creeper, and this was killing an enderman. So some of the stuff you can find in chests. You can actually find these. You can find these. So once you have all of this, we can go into our crafting grid, and we are going to craft something very wonderful. In fact, I'll even show you how to do this, because I need to craft up a few of these to go kill the wither. You get one of these. A Tome of Alkahestry? Alkahestry? Kind of alchemical and history. Yeah. Alkahestry. So this book will allow you to, well, okay, there's a couple of things. There's a manual way to charge it, and I use charge in air quotes, and then there's an automatic way to do it. To do it the automatic way, you shift right click. Be aware that it will continue to absorb, aka charge, the book. So you have to be careful what you put in your inventory because it will eat it. If you want to do it the manual way, it will consume either blocks of redstone and glowstone or redstone and glowstone dust to give it charges. It doesn't matter which one, this just does it faster. And of course it's all about the fact that, you know, this is a block of 9 of these and this is a block of 4 of these. So whatever you have the most of or is easiest to get at, go for it. What you can do with this book is the fun stuff because it's right here. You have 1 nether star, you can make 2. It takes 256 charge from your book. And you can duplicate a lot of different things. I really want it for, I mean, so if you want copper ingots, it takes 8 to make 5 from 1. So some of these are very low level, and obviously the rarer the material, the higher the number. Yeah, so 32 for emeralds, 64 for diamonds, and 256 for nether stars. Personally, I think it's worth it because you can turn redstone into nether stars. So, and speaking of which, let's go ahead and make Wither skull. We want to make these. So to make these, you need your wither skeleton. Well, you can make them several ways. The way I'm going to make them is with wither skeleton essence and a blank skull. If you happen to have a bunch of skeletons, skulls, you can convert them to wither. If you have the fragments, you can convert that to wither. But those are really kind of the big ways of doing this. To make this, you need soul dust, which we've been doing because of mystical agriculture, and a bone block. And a bone block is just a bunch of bone meal, or you can just mine them up as bone blocks in the nether. So with all that being said, let's go back here and make up some of these. And I don't need that many, but let's make a few so we can kill the wither multiple times. And then I need my essence. Let's go get the essence. Oh yeah, this was all cleared out. I cleared it all out. I added windows over here, and yeah, I moved all my storage downstairs in anticipation of setting up sophisticated storage as my go-to storage method. So I'm going to grab, and I can tell there's phantoms. I just heard them. Yeah, there they are. Come on, guys. Come get me. There we go. Let's see, I've got 24. We'll just take that. Okay. More than enough to get the job done. I'm going to go back inside so I'm not standing in the rain. Okay, here we are. So put this in the middle and surround. And there we go. And I don't need these anymore. So let's go kill the wither. And put all this stuff away. So I made the I made the witherproof blocks to be able to tackle the wither, and to be able to make these. It's the same wither essence that we just used to make the skulls, and some soulstone, which you can mine in the nether, and you make these witherproof blocks. So we're going to go and check it out. I'm going to go to the Nether. I'll be right back. So I'm here in the Nether, and I've already set up an area. We already killed the Wither once, but I want to show you how these blocks work, and it's nice to have an area set up, because I didn't think I would have the eye of the storm from the creeper just yet. So, excuse me while I jump. So anticipation of that, I made the wither bricks, and so we're gonna show these off. This is just a hot mess, because this is all the damage the wither did. And actually this was, yeah, this was particularly nasty, considering it was a very, very small space where I had the wither, and this is what the result was. So the wither can't escape upwards because of the fact that there's the bedrock in the ceiling. Hello. So, in fact, wait, come back here. Come back. I need your pearl. I think I saw it. It's in my, it went in my backpack. So, let's go ahead and, also, since we're here, so much drama it makes with all that noise. Yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and see, I'm going to use, I think, in fact, let me just borrow a little bit of this redstone. I'm going to make us a, oh, I do have a lot, okay. I'm just going to try to build this up just a tad and make it somewhat flat, so it's easier to build on. You don't have to do this. This is just for me. And then we're going to place down the blocks and create a room that will house the wither. The idea being is that it'll be trapped inside and won't do so much damage. Okay, that's flat. I also want to kind of line it up with this pathway. Speaking of which, let me fix said pathway. Oh, that's right, that's my path down. Okay, so this is my pathway, and I won't worry too much about anything else, but I'd like a clear shot at the wither. So yeah, this is pretty good. And here we go. So we're going to need to make, again, I'm not so worried about the top as I am about the sides and the back. So I've got a nice base, so if I do, I'm not going to make the wither at this point, but let me show you the, where did I put the wither heads? Did I not make the wither heads? Did I lose the wither heads? Oh no, they're right there. Okay. So when I make a wither, it's going to be this big, plus the heads on top. So I want to make sure that we kind of box in. And I don't actually have to do these corner. In fact, let me... should not have to, should not being operative here, have to do the corners. I'm hoping it does not go through, and I just closed up the, trying to make my blocks go further. And I need to make a door, which will be here. So, yep, this will take just a second, and I will get this finished, and we should be able to test it out. And I also should have enough room to do this, because I didn't go quite all the way to the top. Now, with these, I have one left. So again, if we want to try to be a little bit frugal, I can remove this edge here and hope it does not, you know, finesse its way out of there. Which does, you know, bring a risk to things. You don't want it accidentally to be able to squeak through. So we are adding an element of hopefully not too big of a problem here. Oh, they went in here. Okay, that should be more than enough. And I have a ghast somewhere. I can jump up one more. So this will pen in the ghast. Now, the other thing I want to do is I want to drop down some blocks from the ceiling so that I can make sure that it doesn't go out and get away. Because it's going to want to float up and get out of here, and I just do not have enough here. So we're going to do this. And I can do this. And there. Oh, I guess we'll do that. Actually, let's even do this. All right, so so it won't be able to float up too high. It can get up a fair amount, and but it will be hopefully stuck in here. And the reason I put this one down is so that when I place the blocks, I can get up. You can do this and just use the walls. And then, yeah, we're going to go ahead and try this. And I need to make sure I have arrows. Plenty of arrows. Eat my... I don't know if I mentioned this or not, but potato on a stick is a new food item. Yay! Okay. And give it a chance to charge up, and I'm going to be way out of the way here. Okay. And I do not know if I can reach it from here, but we'll see. Yep. So killing wither skeletons is definitely worth it, so you can make the wither essence so that you can do this. Because it can throw fireballs around, and unless it shoots, see how it's kind of sticking through? That's what we need to make sure. That, yeah, it's going to be safe there, and it's not doing any damage. The bulwark needs a little help on aiming, but yeah. And there it goes. Yep. I'm going to just stay down here for a second. The nice thing about the single way, he can't see me to shoot me, and if we hadn't blocked him in like we did, he'd be able to. Okay, he's shuffled off a little bit to the side. Okay, we're going to go this way then. Oops. And that's why having a nice pathway is helpful. Okay, I'm going to eat a potato, and before he regains his health, I'm going to get up here and see if I can, without him getting at me. Have to be careful now, I'm withered. Potato on a stick, yes. One potato, one stick. A baked potato. So if you're making baked potatoes anyway, it's an easy add. Just add a stick. They stack, and food that stacks is always good. More blocks and I won't have to worry about this setup down here breaking, because he is doing damage to my blocks. Yeah, the reason I wanted to do this was with the sword at the end was because my sword has fortune. And yep, and there we go. But yeah, some amount of damage was done. Nothing that can't be repaired, but yeah, it's a thing. So that's how that works. I don't know that I have any more wither. Oh, I do. Yeah, but I don't have any of the bricks. Okay, but that's alright. So, you're not going to cause me any problems, are you? I don't want to have to put golden boots on. Okay. Yep, he is. I just battled a wither. I think I'm good. Alright, so we got the nether star. So I'm going to go ahead and go back, and then I'll show you how we can, now that this is working, you can come and kill the nether directly. If you can get the tome that I just crafted, and again, the charged creeper is, I always find to be the hardest part, just because it does not, oh goody friends. Yeah, I should have put the golden boots on before I left that area. But yeah, they just are not happy with me. Yeah, they're fine. So I'll meet you home. So I will go ahead and I'm going to keep some of this stuff so we can make some more bricks, and I'll go update the our setup. But what I want to show you is I've been growing redstone. So I want to show you what we can do with this. One of the things that I think I was growing right along when I was growing diamonds. So yeah, I added glass over here and removed almost all the machines. I need to fix the roof so we don't end up with rain coming through, or at least something better than this. Yeah, so my storage system is just at the moment a storage controller, and the chests down below, not chests, barrels down below. I only have barrels at the moment hooked up. So with this, and I mentioned we can charge this up. So if you look at this, okay, so here, you can, the idea is that you feed it stuff to charge it, either redstone or glowstone, and then you can use it to duplicate items. And I think it's shift. Yep. You see how it's kind of glowing now? When auto absorb is off, it looks like a normal book, and you can see it. I'm holding it. But when I shift right click, it's glowing like it's magical. Now, if I grab some, just here's a little bit of redstone. And if I put it in my inventory, it disappeared. And it disappeared because it's in there. So every redstone I give it, redstone dust, I give it, it adds 1 charge. I gave it 6, it has 6 charge. It holds a total of 1,000 in there. So yeah, you just have to hold shift to see that. And you can see it's automatically absorbing redstone dust. So if I take the essence that I have, and we take a look and see what it takes to make that. When I make redstone dust from the essence, it automatically starts filling up. So if you didn't want it to do that, turn the book off. Otherwise, it will automatically do that. Now, if I pick up some redstone blocks, it's also pulling in the blocks. And when it becomes full, it stops. So it will consume blocks. Well, it starts working through your inventory. So whatever you have first, it'll eat through. So if you had it this way, it'll eat through the dust and then go through the blocks. The blocks will give it 9 each, and this gives it 1 each. And again, it's just because it's made up of individual pieces, and then it's fully charged. So if we take our, wherever I put it, why am I not seeing? Oh, there it is. There it is. There's our nether star. So we take the tome. Let me actually go into the crafting table. Or you can even do this and you just need this. You don't have to do it. But you put the book in. You put the nether star. If you do nothing, if you put nothing in with it, you can start pulling out redstone out of it, because that's what we put in it. If you put that, you can pull out 2 nether stars. Now I can put another one up here and get 2 more. Put another one up here and I get 2 more. And eventually you run out of a charge. So right now I don't have enough in here because I have 232. I need 256. So I can't get any more out. So I can bring this back into my inventory and it will consume my redstone and charge up again. So that's how that works. It is a super powerful thing because once you kill the wither once, you never have to kill the wither again. As long as you have this book and have something to charge it with. So let's go back out. Sorry, bouncing. Let's grab some more redstone. And again, once you have this, you can make all of the wither, witherstone, witherproof blocks and wither skulls, and yeah, anything else you want to make. So it's a beautiful combination. Just like you want to grow diamonds, those are two of the things that are very handy to grow. Again, we can just, I would stand outside, but chances are the phantoms would come get us. And there we go. It's doing its thing, and I will, I think, yeah, I've got this. Do that. And I'll put that away. So I have a pretty unlimited supply of redstone because I can grow it rapidly using these that are top tier. So I'll put that back. But you do have to be, I mean, it looks like in here I have a lot of diamond essence because there's a lot of diamond essence here. But what this means is every row, because of how many you need to make one diamond, every row is a stack of diamonds. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, not even 6 stacks of diamonds. So if you are going through diamond like crazy, or redstone or anything for that matter, you're going to have to keep the seeds planted. But yeah. So again, we can do this again. Just like with the seeds, you want to be careful not to lose your seeds for the mystical agriculture. You want to make sure that you save one of the good seeds, which is the top tier, and you can recycle all the rest by putting them through the seed processor. Here, the same thing. You want to make sure that you have a nether star, preferably tucked away somewhere. I'm just going to toss it into here for now. But yeah, being able to do this successfully kind of relies on the fact that you have to have one of these to begin with. And yeah, I'm going to just run through. And as I'm using up the charge, it is not recharging because it's in the crafting table. You actually have to have it sitting in your inventory. So if you're wondering why it's losing its charge and not recharging, you bring it back into your inventory. It has to have access to this. Also, if you put it in here and you throw this stuff in, this doesn't count either. So it isn't charging itself up being in a container somewhere. So it really has to be your inventory. And yeah, it'll do its thing, and potato with a stick on it, just amazing find. We should have all foods on a stick. That would be great. So we can make lots of this nether stars. Now, why I want to make the nether stars is I have this chess piece. And with this, I can put augments on it. And the augment I'd really like to put on it is a tier 5 augment. So if we look at mist and then augment, here are the augments. So the one I'm looking for is a tier 5 augment for flight. There it is. Creative flight. Ta-da! And you'll never guess what it takes. Nether stars. And a blank augment. And I don't know that I have a blank augment, and if I did, it would probably be over here or over here, and yeah, not seeing it. So we're going to craft the blank augment, which is not here. So let me get it from here. Simple enough. If you are doing mystical agriculture, one of the things you will notice is you have to continually mine for prosperity shards all the time. You just can't really get around that. I'm looking for iron is what I'm looking for. So we do iron, we get our blank upgrade, and then we need to go... Do I have my... Okay, hopefully it's in its frame where it belongs, otherwise I have to go find it. Oh, and I need the seeds. And I'm almost out of seeds, which again, need prosperity shards. Yes, you can't grow you cannot grow prosperity or shards in any way. So it's really very much a you know, continually mining for it to find it and take advantage of it. So I need 4 of these. And there's my gizmo. I'm doing seeds. I don't need to be doing seeds. What am I doing? I was talking about seeds and I've gotten totally off. You guys are probably yelling at me, what are you doing? What are you doing? Yeah, I need the blank. I've been so focused on seeds. There we go. And then this, and this should get us our augment. So we are going to put it went into my backpack. I need to take my chest piece off. The armor pieces are... Did you see that lightning? That's why you put the creepers down there, and that would kill the creeper. You'd get a charged creeper and a dead creeper, because it will hit twice, or multiple times. It may end up happening more. And again, I have the 3 pits, and I had, you know, you find a creeper, you throw them in, and you hope for the best. But yeah, that's how that works. So we're going to toss this in, and we're going to toss this in, and I don't know if it's the... No, it's not. Why is this... Yeah. Yep, there's flight. And then I can put that on, and I should... Let me put this back. I should now have, hopefully, creative flight. I love it. So I can now get around very easily, and I'm more apt to want to go and find the end. Because I'd like to get there, and yeah, we have a stronghold to find, and a dragon, and ender pearls to harvest, and all kind of fun things. So this is okay, power-wise. Keeping up with what it was I was doing, it's not going to be good for the long haul. I'm going to need a lot more power from power to be able to do this. So we're going to have to make a lot of panels and then upgrade them to something beyond starter. This setup works really well. This did exactly what it was supposed to do. I cleared it out. The wooden mesh works. You can feed them in from the hopper, and this one is missing its mesh, as is this. But this stuff got purified and got sent over to here, and because this mesh broke, it isn't sending anything else over, but this mesh is broke, so it doesn't matter. I've removed the blocks because it was producing, what were they? I want to say it was basalt in the other one, but I pulled them out. That's why there's gaps in here. But I ended up with all the redstone that I did, not redstone, netherrack that I piped in. I ended up with 44 scrap. I also got gold, quartz, crimson iron ore, which is what you get from the nether, and rose quartz ore. So I think those are the only things you can get out of. In fact, let's check. This through a strainer will give you this, and through a strainer will give you, so we got the rose quartz, the gold, the quartz, the netherite. Yeah, it was basalt, crimson ore, blackstone was the other one. And vibranium, you actually have to have, I was running diamond, which is, let's take a look at mesh real quick. So diamond is here. No, I was running emerald. I was running emerald. So that's why I was able to get everything except this. This. If I put another right mesh down, I should be able to get vibranium. But realizing how much I got here, I have 5% chance, and all this stuff I ran through, I ended up with 44 pieces. With a 1% chance on those same numbers, I would end up with 1/5 of that. Yeah. So somewhere around maybe 9 pieces. Better than nothing, but it's a thing. So, and this will keep filling up. It has a very large inventory here. And it will fill up. But yeah, so let's figure out what to do with this. And I'm just going to float down off the floor. I'm just not gonna stop enjoying that. Creative flight is amazing. So yeah, this. So with this, what you do is you put them together to make your ancient debris. That's actually the only thing that these scrap pieces do. So let's go into our crafting and let's do that. So I end up with 11 ancient debris. And now whatever I want to do with this, I can do. Including making a netherite divination rod, which is one of the things that I wanted this for anyway, because with this, you can attune it back to ancient debris to go find ancient debris. And finding ancient debris in the nether is not that bad to do, especially if you have flight. So we're going to go ahead and make this if I can find where I put those items. So let's just double check here. That's any glass. Okay. I think I know where everything is. I hope. This should be glass. And this, I hope, is a blaze rod. Yes. And then, nope. Amethyst. amethyst blocks. I can work with that. Okay, I should be able to craft it now. And we're going to get into more 3rd G next episode, but I've just been doing the rods now. And I want to craft up all the rods. So here they are. And the one we're going to do is, so there's this one, it's very specific. It's automatically tuned to budding amethyst. Done. Then there are levels. There's glass, iron, diamond, and netherite. And then there are classes of material rods, which are this abundant, a common, precious, and rare. As you can imagine, netherite's in the rare category. So this, I'm going to make this one specifically because I want to be able to attune it to anything I want. But it can only be attuned to one item at a time. So if I want to attune, because this is the highest tier, I can attune it to anything and it'll find it. If it's here, you can attune it to certain things, but I can't attune it to netherite. But I can tune it to anything that's the diamond rareness or below. So having a netherite makes it very nice to craft. So let's craft this up, and I'll explain this a little bit better when we actually get more into 3rd G. So there it is, and because I have one of these blocks, I'm going to plop it down, and I'm going to attune this. In fact, let me put this, where did I put it? Yeah, right there. So right now it says it's not attuned to anything. So you can attune it to anything you want. So if I wanted to attune it to grass, I think it's, yes, you just right click. Oh, sorry, we're not attuned to any material. Are we not attuned to grass? Any block. That's control. Thankfully, it comes with built-in tutorial in case I forget what the keybinds are. So if you hit control, it'll tell you crouch click on a block to attune it. So if I crouch click divination rod, oh, okay. So it'll actually tell you I can't be attuned. So if I turn around and I shift right click, it says success. Now we have ancient debris attuned. So if I go to, let me eat a potato on a stick. Let me go to, let me put some, let me clean up my inventory and I will go to the nether and show you how this works. One sec. Okay, I am in the nether and I wanted to make sure I could get here safely and not get attacked by the piglins. So with this, we've already attuned it to ancient debris. If I hold, and this is to be clear, you have to hold down and the right mouse button. Hold it down and you'll see it do this little charge thing on the wand where the purple color will change up and down a little bit, and then it will send out a pulse of light. If you didn't see where it went, if your back was turned and you didn't see where it went, and it's like, where did it go? What you can do is you can, as long as you don't hold and you just gently right click again, you can see where the pulse is going. So it's aiming me this way. Yeah, and if that's not going to be that helpful, what I could do is also, if you take a look at the rod, it'll actually say, hey, we found ancient debris, and it gives you the coordinates. So if you're not sure if you're looking for a different piece or not, because to find the next thing you're looking for, you have to hold shift down again until it refines an item. So, and again, the graphic over here on the wand, the rod, will change where the purple will flex a little bit and then it'll shoot out a particle. If you're just doing a quick right click rather than a right click hold, you're looking for the same one. So it's down here somewhere. Now, I could literally look at the map and figure out exactly where it is, but I want to kind of triangulate here a little bit and do it without figuring, without doing anything there. So it's down here somewhere. I'm going to go ahead and do a mining tunnel down. Now I want to go this way. Here. Don't fall. Although now that I have flight, it's probably not that bad. And you can just, again, keep clicking. So it's down a little further. It's probably not too much further. Okay, it might be right here. I'm gonna go shapeless, and actually, no, let's do a large tunnel. And there it is. And it should point me right to it. It did. Pointed me right to it. There it is. Now there could be another one here, so go shapeless. And no, there's only one block. But I got it. And so now when I want to look for another piece, you just hold. You see the purple going up and down. And again, I didn't see where it went, so let me back up. So it's going up this direction. So I'm going to move down here a little bit. And yeah, I'm getting closer. And yeah, can't resist that. Okay, so we're just going to kind of do another tunnel. Sort of. Yep, it's up. Let's do an escape. And here we go. Now I'm going to go up a little bit and we're going to look again. And you can look as many times as you want, so it's up a little higher. And yeah, I think I'm going to go with, it's probably around here somewhere. Probably more this direction. And there it is. So you didn't have to strip mine anything or, dig out massive chunks. Of course, I kind of did here, but it should point you right to it, and it does. And if for some reason I want to change this and look for something else, I can do that. Now, what would be really special is, let's go shapeless and let's just clear this out because, goodies. Let's go see if we can find, now that I can fly. There we go. So if you wanted to do this with, probably not ruby ore. Let's go find some vibranium. And I think there's some around here somewhere because I got excited. There it is. There it is. When I spotted it, it's like, oh, vibranium. Okay, so if I wanted to attune this, what I need to do is, let's double check the instructions for how to attune. So, crouch click a block to attune it. Okay. And means I need to get close. So crouch and let's see if I did that correctly. Now it's still attuned to ancient debris. There. You need a higher tier divination rod for vibranium. Okay, so we can't do vibranium. So, but we can do netherite. And I should, let's eat a potato. I should, do I have room in here still? Yes, I do. Put that away, and let's mine this. No! Don't! It didn't, it didn't catch. Didn't catch. You should have pulled it in. Okay, I have to find more vibranium. But this is the nice way, because I have flight now, I can find, because there's so much exposed ore, I can find more prosperity ore. Well, I'm looking for vibranium. And I can even look for netherrack. Not netherrack. Ancient debris. I could look for netherrack, but it's kind of everywhere. And this stuff is pretty easy to spot. And with flight, you can just go right up to it. I don't have to rely on blocks or anything to support me while I'm going. Ah! More. Yummy. And yeah, we'll take that too. Okay, so we're on the hunt for more of this. These are needed to make the... What is that? Oh, we'll take that. Needed to make the seeds for mystical agriculture, but it's also needed for the... let me do this. Yeah. It's also needed for all of the equipment that mystical agriculture has. So it's very handy to be able to make all that stuff, because we wouldn't be able to have creative flight without it. And I just got more Witherproofs. Yay. So, that's this. So, wow, we were able to get what I wanted, which is I have creative flight now, and I have my rod that I can look for ancient debris. If you happen to find, there's a site, there are places in the Nether where there's a bigger chance of finding ancient debris, and that would be where the undead knights are, and I'm not sure what that specifically is called. Let's see if we can figure that out using our compass. Let's see. We would want something in the Nether. Oh, it's going to be by name. It's sorting by name. We want by source. Yeah, this actually, if you click by source, then you'll get them by what region they're in, which is kind of helpful. You can go down, it's the Nether, so it should be down, it should be, isn't it the Nether, or is it just Nether? Well, since I'm in the overworld, I would say it's... Huh. Maybe there isn't anything out here. Okay. Pretty sure there's dimension. That's what I was looking for. Sorry. Yeah, the Nether. Okay. So, ruined portal, Nether fossil, fortress, bastion. So, there's 4 items in here at the moment. fortress, I think everybody knows what that is. That's where you get the blaze spawners. The bastions is where the piglins are. I'm not sure what they're calling another fossil. So it's this way 78 blocks. So let's go see what it is. It might be one of those aha moments like, yeah, okay, I know that. Nope, it's behind me. Nope, it's above me. No, there's nothing there. Oh, that guy's upset at me. And I'm running into a block. But yes, we can go around and find things in the nether and find, yeah, explore and have fun and fly, which is kind of one of the important things. So I hope you enjoyed the episode. If you have any questions or comments, please put them down below. I do read and reply to everything. And if you enjoyed and have not yet done so, please subscribe and toss me a like. Both really help out my channel, and I would really appreciate it. This is Cuberized signing off. Have a good one, everybody. Take care.